Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night and Metal Detecting Talk Live. So, again, we appreciate all of you being here. You guys know we got some great guests tonight, and we've been looking forward to this for the last month because these guys are awesome. They're so much fun, and we can't wait to have this great live stream with these guys and let them share some of their adventures and some of the things that they want to talk about tonight, as well as some of the things that you want to talk about tonight. So, we got a jam packed show. We are going to be doing a giveaway tonight, so you want to stick around for that. Make sure that you have watched our prior video, which is the giveaway entry. So, if you go back and you're sitting here watching it and you want to get in on that giveaway, you got to go to that video and leave the hashtag diggers, and you will see it on my YouTube channel. So if you want to get in on the giveaways tonight, go watch that video or plug in hashtag diggers on that video. You'll see it in my channel, and you can get in for the giveaways tonight. And we will be doing those drawings as we move through the show. So you definitely want to be there for that. We're going to talk some Garrett stuff. We're going to talk about the Vortex a little bit. We're going to talk about, of course, our raffle that we're doing for an Equinox 800 complete setup. So that's going to be coming too. And we're just going to get into all kinds of stuff. So you never know what's going to happen on here. But we really, really, really appreciate you guys taking your time on a Friday night to be with us and be a part of our show. Thank y'all so much for being here. And without further ado, let's bring in this crazy crew that I got over here in this back room. So here they are, and there they go. All right, what's up, guys?
Woo! Let's
Hey,
go.
Welcome to the show, guys. We really appreciate you guys joining us tonight. This is going to be fantastic. And again, I know that a lot of people are extremely excited about you guys being with us. And like I said before we started, this is a match made in heaven. Us two crazy guys with you two crazy guys. So we felt like this was
yeah,
going to be a great
right.
show. So who
Yeah.
knows what we'll get into as we go.
All right.
So,
So, what are we doing on this show?
oh,
What's happening?
we do all kinds of crazy things. We talk metal detectors. We talk metal detecting talk. We're going to be doing a raffle tonight. We're going to be
Okay.
doing some giveaways tonight. We're going to be talking about Digstock. Not even talk about you guys being at Digstock with us. So we're real
Are we
excited
doing
about
stuff?
that. Yeah, we're going to be there too, Michael and
Yeah.
I. So we're going to be
All
set up
right.
there. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're real excited about that. We're going to have Michael's detecting tip of the week, which everybody looks forward to that. I mean, if we don't do the detecting tip of the week, we're going to have a mutiny on our hands.
Yes.
Well,
Maybe Tim will learn something tonight. Listen to
Yeah,
yeah,
there
maybe
you
Michael.
go.
I'll find something.
So, guys, tell us what you. We'll start with Tim. Tim, tell us what you've been up to lately and what's on your agenda coming up, real quick.
Well, we got all kinds of stuff going on. Some of it I can talk about.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Well, as you said, we're going to Digstock. It looks like Detecting the Heartland picked their dates now too, which is always an amazing event. Those guys are over the top, incredible. And there was another one I think they put us down for already this year. It's a little early, but they put
Right.
us down for some.
Greenville, Missouri. I think Greenville,
Oh
Missouri.
yeah, that one. That's always a great one too.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yep.
that's the one on, and we've got our own special giveaway tonight too, which we'll talk about when the time comes. So
Okay.
that'll be fun.
Great. Great. Well, I know a lot of people are on here and they're looking so forward to the giveaways, looking forward to hearing from you guys, looking forward to hearing Michael's detecting tip of the week. So I know, again, it's going to be a fantastic show. So, KG, tell us a little bit what you got going on right now and anything going on as far as what you're going to be doing maybe in the next few months.
Yeah, well, right now here in Kansas, it's finally cooling down. Hunting season's kind of in the middle, deer hunting season, but it's treasure hunting time now because most of the crops are in. So now is the time to treasure hunt around my area. In fact, I went to an old coal mine camp with Brian Stewart and a bunch of guys down there, and I think we were in Cherokee, Kansas, and we pulled out a whole bunch of really good stuff there too. I'll be posting pictures of that later.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, and then Tim and I are on, True TV Plus. We got that going on. We got other things going on, like we say, we can't really talk about yet. But yeah, I've been really busy, and I'm looking forward to this next year.
Okay, well, that's going to be great. And we're looking forward to following along with you guys because we know it's always a fun time, just like we were saying earlier. And I know a lot of people love watching you guys on YouTube. And I know a lot of people love watching the show when it was on National Geographic. Yeah, I saw a couple of comments come up. I wish y'all were still on the National Geographic show and so on. But
Yep.
they're doing their own thing, and I know they're being very successful at that. And they're touring and going places and doing things and going to these events, and they're superstars. Let's just call them that, right?
I don't know about
I don't
just
know.
Jesus.
But
Tim's Tim's famous because of me, and I'm famous because of him, I guess.
wow,
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It's
yeah,
like two. You couldn't have found two people that didn't want to get to know each other, more, and then somehow we got stuck in the same room, and
yeah.
here we are today.
That's sort of how
yep.
Michael and I are. But the thing is with Michael and I, Michael, I'm the guy that does all the talking, and Michael just sort of sits there and he's the silent, what I call the silent giant.
He's
Yeah,
Silent Bob. He
Yeah, he's
is.
Silent
yeah.
Bob, right? He
Yep.
goes
Yep.
along for the adventure
He
and he
does
loves
most
being
of
a
the
part.
talking, I can tell you that.
When he says something, it's going to be something super profound.
That's right. That's why everybody
yeah.
loves the detecting tip of the week because they love seeing what's he thinking up there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Probably
just
really don't want to know what he's thinking. It'd probably scare you a little, but
yeah.
I bet he's got
Yeah,
some good
mine, yeah,
tips.
mine.
Michael is awesome though, and
Oh,
he's a great
yes.
he's a great co-pilot with me too. So we enjoy having him with
Well,
us, and it's just a lot of fun, sort of like what
Yeah.
you guys do, and that's why I said this is going to be a great show. But we always start out with recognizing our viewers and our members and our subscribers because they're the heartbeat of our channel. So we give some shout outs, and this might be a long shout out list tonight, but we're going to run through real quick. And I might miss somebody. If I do, I apologize, but I'll try to get to you at some point. Michael usually checks behind me and makes sure that I don't miss anybody. But we love recognizing these guys because they are the heartbeat of our channel, and we appreciate all of their support, don't we, Michael?
That's right. Yeah, we
That's
appreciate them tuning in every Friday.
Yes, they tune in every
yep.
Friday night, and this is a loyal group and probably one of the most knowledgeable groups you're going to see on YouTube. And I promise you that. They know all about machines, they know all about detecting techniques. There's just a great and fantastic group. But without further ado, let's do some shout outs real quick. We got Mr. Button Digger on here. He says, let's get it on. We've got old Elon says, good evening. Brian and Michael and KG and Ringy. We got Mr. Chris, Mr. Workman there. He says, "Hey, Chris," but glad to have Michael Workman in here with us tonight. We got Mr. Chris in here. He says, "Good evening, everyone." We got the Anaconda Treasure. We know who that is. Glad to have the Anaconda Treasure in here tonight with us. We got Mr. Damian Thorne in the house. We appreciate Damian, loyal support of our channel. There's Miss Bells. She says, good evening, everyone. Glad to have Bells. Bells has been a loyal supporter of our channel, and we appreciate her so much. We've got Jason Dallas, 1223. He says he's buffering a little bit, but we're glad to have Jason in here. Thank you for being here. We got Mr. Ferris Grump. He says, good day to you all. Glad to have Ferris Grump in the house. Don't y'all like that name?
Yeah.
Grumps.
Yeah.
Did you say Gump?
Yeah. And then we got Mr. Brian Thomas with that Gamecock logo. My Gamecocks are taking a pretty hard beating this year in college football, but we won't talk about that. We'll still support them anyway, won't we, Brian? But thank you for being here tonight. Great supporter of the channel. Appreciate Brian being here. We got Mr. Edward G. Says hello, everyone. He says he's glad he was able to make it tonight, and we appreciate him being here. Trying to go through this, Michael. We got Mr. Alan Marshall in the house. He says hello from Oklahoma. Glad to have Alan here with us. We've got Mr. Sniff It Out. He says all the way from Southwest Pennsylvania. Glad to have Sniff It Out in the house. We got Mr. Ohio Fred. Glad to have Ohio Fred in here. Thanks for joining us, Ohio Fred, and being a great supporter. We've got Mr. Tesh Ridge Digger all the way from St. Martinville, Louisiana. Glad to have him in here with us tonight. We got Mr. Harold West all the way from Arkansas. Glad to have Mr. Harold West with us. We got Old Timer 5037, says South Central Virginia here. He says, hey all. We've got Mr. Diggin Dude all the way from New York. Glad to have Diggin Dude in the house. We got Blind Squirrel Detectives. He says, good evening, everyone, from coastal North Carolina. So he's in our neck of the woods. Glad to have you in here tonight, Blind Squirrel. Appreciate it. We've got Mr. Mike Petruka, 2774 from Northern Michigan. We got some
Hey,
people
Mike.
up north. Yes, Northern Michigan. We've got Mr. Diggin Darrell in the house from all the way in Missouri. So glad to have Diggin Darrell, great supporter of our channel as well. Mr. Surfside Dan, all the way from my neck of the woods. Glad to have Surfside Dan in here. We appreciate him joining with us. We got Mr. Doug Atkins in the house. Glad to have Doug Atkins. We're going through these. We said Mr. 5 Mile. Glad to have 5 Mile Relic Hunter. Always a great supporter of our channel, and he loves you guys as well. I know I've seen a couple of comments from him earlier. We got my main man, Mr. Ricky Bennett, with those Georgia Bulldogs on his logo there, and we're glad to have Ricky Bennett in the house. Always a great supporter of the channel. Gary Penta in here. Glad to have Gary with us. And then we got Mr. Metal Detecting Texas. Mr. Matt is in here with us. Glad to have him with us tonight. I'm going through, Michael. Don't let me miss anybody. Mr. Dig, 5050. Glad to have him in here with us tonight. Appreciate you joining. 5280 from Relics Radio, who we had on last week. Glad to have 5280 in here with us tonight. We got Rollins 9mm. He says, hey guys, what's up? So glad to have Rollins in here with us. We got Mr. Carson Chris all the way from out west. I think Carson Chris is in Nevada, but all the way out in Nevada. I love going to Nevada, especially to Las Vegas. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, love that area. We got Mr. Jeff Kincaid in here. He says, hello everybody. We're getting down to the end, I hope. Somewhere down here. We're getting them all. We got a lot of the same contents. We got Mr. Detect Meister all the way from Ireland. And you guys go over to Europe quite
Ireland.
frequently too, right?
Oh yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep. We
So
love Ireland.
yeah, we pull a few people from across the pond, so they show up for these shows. He's a very loyal watcher and follower and subscriber to our channel, and we appreciate him all the way from Ireland. We got Metal Detectorist in the house. She says, hello, hello, everyone. Glad to have her in the house with us. We got Mr. Lou G2G in the house. Says, happy Friday, everyone. So I'm getting through them. We're almost there. Thank you for the super chat. We're going to talk about what your super chat will get you tonight too. So thank you 5280 for leaving that. We've got Mr. Greg Dudley 1760 in the house. Glad to have him with us. We've got Chippo 246 says hello to everyone. Chris Engel said Gamecocks are a good team, but the Aggies are better. Oh, he's rubbing it in. We blew a 27-point lead last week on a Saturday. Ugh, hurt. That just breaks my heart. Mr. James Letner's in the house. Says, what's up, everyone? Glad to have James with us. We got Adventures in Dirt, also from Relics Radio. Glad to have Adventures in Dirt with us tonight. We've got Mark, the senile detectorist, is here. He says, hello, everybody. Mr. Bobby Shorts in the house. Says, hey, diggers. Let's see. Am I getting close to the end? We got Mr. Lance McElwain. He says, hello, everyone. Glad to have Lance. Mr. DS Metal Detecting in the house. And there's Mr. Ferris Grump with a super chat. Thank you so much, Ferris Grump. That gets you into something special tonight, too. So thank you for the super chat of $10. Thank y'all so much. And there's Mr. Chris Engel He says, "Hey, Mike, Michael, did I miss anybody?" That was a lot of
Uh,
names.
that was a
I think
lot.
I think you should do it again just to be sure you didn't.
Oh, there's no way I could do it again. I could do it again, but it won't be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
well I appreciate everyone being here tonight, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If you join in later, I'll definitely keep recognizing people as we go through the show. But again, this is going to be fantastic. Thank you, KG and Ringy, for being here tonight, and we appreciate you guys so
You
much.
bet.
Um,
You bet, buddy.
so let's talk a little bit about. There was somebody that asked me the other day about when you guys leave tokens, and we talked about this off screen. A token was found, and this is one of my loyal subscribers, and he has a couple of your tokens, and he sent those to me, and he wanted to know what was the meaning behind the tokens. Was that because you found some really cool stuff there, or was it just because you wanted people to know that you were there? So I'm gonna let you guys answer that.
You going to take this one, Cage?
Yeah.
Well, I probably should because Tim, he'll go off on a rant and we'll be here for 3 hours. Well, it was actually Tim's idea. 'Cause we'd find cool coins. We started finding all these cool old trade tokens, from the brothels and the mines and the bars and stuff like that. So a long, long time ago, Tim got this idea. We should make our own money. Then we'll have our own money, but we have to make them out of something that won't corrode in the ground. So he designed, or my brother helped us
Oh wow.
design some of the tokens, the look of the tokens, and then we have different years. Like we have several, there multiple years. Like I don't even know how many we got now, 15 or 20 of them.
So cool.
And we made them out of brass. That way, if you bury them, they don't rot or corrode. So we just started going traveling all over the world, and we just thought it would be fun to just leave them wherever we go. Like if we did a spot, we would throw one in. Sometimes if we found something cool, we would leave one in the ground. But a lot of times when we were filming our TV show too, we would leave one in the ground too. But if you find one in the ground at a spot we filmed a TV show, and you probably should hit that area really good because we were never there long enough to hit it properly. So you might want to
Yeah.
hunker in there. Sometimes we'll get messages saying, "Hey, we found one of your tokens, and you guys forgot all these coins. You guys missed everything." And we're like, "Well, we did miss a lot of stuff, but because we were on to the next shoot, in another state." But that's kind of Tim's baby was them coins, and I don't know how many we got now, Tim.
You're about right. I think we have about 20. There's a whole list of them on our website at
Right.
diggintv.com that shows the whole history of them and which ones are rare. And there was actually one die that was an error with a misspelling and everything.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, an
but
air
like,
coin. Yeah,
yeah, like KG said, they're made of brass. So, it's not going to be like a zinc penny. In 300 years, they're still going to be around. And we've left them in Russia, Australia,
Wow.
Germany, everywhere we've ever shot a show. They're around somewhere to be found.
Wow.
yeah.
That
In
is.
the ocean, we would toss them in the ocean where we would be on vacation and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we get messages from all over the world like, "What is this? What is this coin? What does this mean? What will it get us?"
Right.
Yeah, what's it worth? It's like 11
Yeah,
cents.
yeah,
Adventures in Dirt says laugh out loud. He says you have an era coin. He says that's awesome. So yeah,
yeah,
they,
The weird
yeah,
part about the weird part about the error coin is the error coin is not the rare version. The corrected version is the really rare one.
no,
So
it's
really.
the
And
air.
so it's backwards.
it is. It's
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah. They printed out the wrong ones, and then when they sent them out, a mass amount of them, then they redid them in a lot less of them the proper way. So, like Tim said, the good ones are actually the error ones.
Oh
So,
wow.
how many did you have made over the years? The coins.
Started. I think the first run was 2007, and then the last run was this year, 2025. A couple different versions, I think, because it was our
Yeah.
20th anniversary, and um, anywhere from 1,000, which is the rarest of the coins. There, one of the versions of the 2007 was only 1,000 coins, and we threw them all over, so they're probably the most rare.
Right.
And then I think the maximum we had of any version was like 5,000. So anywhere between 1 and 5,000. They're like any trade token from the 1800s or early 1900s. They're a lot more rare than a real coin. You know, you can find a
Right.
mercury dime, there might be a million of those. And if you find a cigar token, there might only have been 2,000 made, you know?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we have a $4 one too. That's like the most denomination one. That's like one of the most rare ones, I believe.
Yeah.
$4 one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good for four
that'll get
dollars and
you. Yeah, that'll get you a shirtless dance with Tim.
Yeah, you get a shirtless dance with Tim if you do
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that. So I've got a question for you guys. So I know a lot of people have seen the show that are watching tonight. Early on when it was on National Geographic, um, what made you guys decide to start doing the cartwheels and all the other things in the show? Because that's sort of your trademark type thing that you guys were doing, rolling around or doing the cartwheels, and everybody loves that, and it's just fun, you know. What made you guys decide to do that, or was that just something that just you just decided to do all of a sudden, or did y'all plan it, or what was the rationale behind it?
Is this mine,
Yeah, either one
Cage?
of you can answer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it short,
Um,
Tim. We know you.
well, weirdly enough, our executive producer for Diggers, somebody asked him kind of that same question, and
Right.
he goes, "Have you ever spent any time with either one of these two guys?"
Yeah.
That's just the way they are, and really, honestly, the way the whole thing started was this is back before everybody and their dog had a YouTube channel and
Right.
stuff, and there were really no videos of anybody finding anything for real. They were how-to videos out there starting to get popular,
Right.
but
Yeah.
we were like talking to each other, and of course we're all full of ourselves and had no idea about the TV business or anything. And we're
Right.
like, we should be on TV because we're so awesome. And
Yeah.
I had no idea what we were talking about. And we just thought, well, why don't we film some stuff and put it on our own YouTube channel? Like when we really find something good, like don't pull it out of the hole and actually film it and then reveal it and get a real reaction. And so
Hmm.
we were some of the first people to do that. And somebody saw us on YouTube and made us into a TV show. So,
Yeah.
that's the long story short.
Yeah.
But when we found something, it's not like we aren't so persnickety or whatever the word is, that
Right.
like we're too good for a mercury dime or something.
Right.
It's like
Right. Right.
silver coin. I was
Yeah.
I was pumped up about it. And when I found a seeded dime, my favorite coin, yeah, I'm going to do a cartwheel. I'm going to
Yeah.
jump over the fence and hurt myself, whatever it takes, because I was genuinely excited about that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You guys have to realize we're from Montana. We don't have the history they have down south and stuff. So
Right.
if we found like a seeded coin or a coin from the 1800s, we would just lose our mind. We'd be so fascinated and excited. We'd run around and act like idiots. And we would do it even if there wasn't a camera. Well, we were a little younger back then too.
Yeah.
But and then when we did the YouTube and then the TV show picked it up, they said just do what you're doing, just keep doing everything you're doing. We want the live, we want the raw and all that because I mean how it's not real easy to make metal detecting exciting. So
Yeah.
they said just go crazy, have fun, go crazy, say stupid stuff. We can always edit it out if you do something dumb. And then we'll put a bet payoff in there, for the end. So somebody will have to do some horrific punishment at the end, and some of them were pretty bad.
Oh yeah. I always
Yeah.
loved the
I remember
punishment.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I always loved the
Yeah.
punishment and who got
Yeah.
who got to who got to dish it out. That was always funny, and that was
Right.
always
Right.
my
Yeah.
favorite part of the show. I mean, I
Yeah,
love that.
well, it, we would have had the perfect job in the world if it wasn't for those bet payoffs, because we were both stressed out all week thinking, geez, we got to
Yeah,
find something, because otherwise I'm going to have to be punished. And some of them were pretty,
brutal.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like one time we were in Arizona, and Tim and I had a bet, and Tim bet me that a paintball fight. I'm a hunter. I'm around guns. I know how to shoot everything about it. And he challenged me to a paintball thing, and I'm thinking I'm going to slaughter this guy. So, but Tim won that week. But what they didn't tell me is he had the three-time world paintball champion on his side because he won, and that guy had a paintball gun that shot like 63 paintballs every 2 seconds, and it was bad. I was covered from head to toe with bruises. That's all I can say.
He probably had a laser pointer on it too, right? Where you
Oh
could
Oh
shoot
yeah,
yeah.
he
those.
probably had $5,000 gun, and then they give me one off of the shelf that you can see the paintball come out, and they're arcing this way and arcing that way and down, and like I had no chance.
Yeah. His assignment, he had to, when the gun went off, he had to run. It was kind of a rainy day, but he had to run, and it was cold. He had to run
Mhm.
across this field and dive into this old helicopter, and that was going to be the end of the show. But when he when the it was so cold out, and of course he's got a mask.
Right.
He he was a little nervous, and when he pulled his mask down, he took a big breath to calm himself down, and it fogged up his mask. And so sun goes off, and he had to run, and he was just completely covered with welts. The
Yeah,
time he,
they said whatever you do, don't take your mask off because you don't want to get hit in the eye or something. So I'm in there. I'm thinking, all right, I can take this guy on. I'm a pretty good shot. And
Yeah.
I, like Tim said, I just took a deep breath and I exhaled just as the horn went off and my whole mask
Was
fogged up.
covered
And
with.
I'm trying to feel my way through the course, and I'm just getting whap 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 whap. And I ended up. The best thing about that is I ended up. Out of all that stuff, I ended up hitting Tim right in the finger with a paintball and almost broke his finger.
yeah, of all things, he did get pretty good, because I was shooting, but I had my hand up on a piece of plywood like this, and I can't believe it, but the paintball comes up, hits me right in the knuckle, and it's cold out, and it's like, oh my god, it hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Well,
was complaining about his little finger, and I'm covered in welts.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
you're already you're getting pelted, and he got hit in the
Yeah.
finger.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was only one. We could be here for
yeah.
5 hours
Oh,
talking about
I
those
know
bet
y'all could,
payoffs.
and I think that's the appeal of both of you guys, is that you are so genuine in what you're doing, and that's what just makes it so much fun, and there are a lot of people that aren't so genuine that are on like YouTube and even some other things. So I think that's why a lot of people appreciated your show. That's why they still appreciate you guys even to this day. Is your genuine excitement about your finds and about the hobby and about just being a part of all of this. And again, you guys are trendsetters, and I mean, I know y'all don't, I know y'all are very humble, but it's the truth. I mean, you guys are trendsetters. I mean, to be honest with you, I picked up my first AT Pro because of you guys. I mean, I'm just going to be honest, and I started swinging
I'm
AT
here.
Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people on here felt that way in 2011 and 2012 when that show was going. It really inspired a lot of people. And for me, it was definitely an inspiration because I was a history teacher, and I'm still a history teacher even to this day.
Hmm.
And I loved learning. You guys were going to all these places, and you were showing, and you were telling about the artifact, what it actually was, and we really loved that. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I loved it.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Michael
The
loved it.
story.
Yeah.
They always had a really good story behind what we were doing.
Right.
Sometimes they had a story already pretty much written out before we would ever get to a site. Like say, okay, we're going to go after Revolutionary War stuff. Well, we ended up going after Revolutionary War stuff, and we would be finding stuff that had nothing to do with the Revolutionary War, but it was really, really cool. And we find enough of it that then they would turn the story towards what we were finding so they could make a cool story out of what we were finding. Like we found we were looking for a Revolutionary War site in South Carolina,
Yeah.
and we ended up going to this place and we dug up a bunch of atomic bomb parts from 1958 that fell during the Cold War. A big
I remember that
atomic bomb
show.
fell out of yeah, it fell out of a bomber. It didn't have the nuke on it, but it was full of TNT and it blew a giant hole in the ground, killed a bunch
Right.
of
So you were
chickens and ruined some houses.
you were at Mars Bluff, South Carolina, near
Yeah,
Florence,
Yeah.
which
Mars
is
Bluff.
Yes.
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah. That's
We went
exactly
out
right.
into the field. They didn't think we were going to find anything. It was the neighboring field, and every once in a while they'd plow it up. They'd find, chunks of this atomic bomb that the Army didn't find. Well, they sent Tim and I out there, and they didn't even send any cameras because they thought, if you could find a couple little cool atomic bomb pieces or just something that you can speculate might be a
Right.
piece of this atomic bomb, we'll weave that into the show. Well, Tim and I, we get out there, and within 10 minutes, we're pulling up massive chunks of this atomic bomb. I mean, we had probably over 100 chunks of this atomic
Oh
bomb.
Yeah.
wow.
When the
Yeah.
van's finally pulled up with all the camera gear, the producer gets out there, comes strutting across the field, and he goes, "Well, how'd you boys do?" And we're like, "You better just go get the cameras ready."
Yeah.
And
Really.
that was the whole show. That was the show there. So
Yeah,
Well.
I remember that. I remember them coming in and we just said, they called up and it's like, so, you guys are still out in the field. How's it going? And we're like, you better get the cameras ready.
Right.
yeah,
And I don't know if you guys can see the comments, but there are so many people on here, and I know y'all have heard this a gazillion times, but I bought an AT Pro because of KG and Ringy. I bought an AT Max because of KG and Ringy. And again, that's how big of an effect you guys had. And I know. Again, I know you guys are humble, but to me, that's just so inspiring. To think that you played a hand in contributing to people that are still doing this hobby and still participating in this hobby just simply because of you guys. That to me that's just amazing, and it's a lot to be
yeah,
proud of too. And
yeah.
I
We
mean,
would go like over because it aired worldwide, and it would be kind of weird because we'd go to Belgium and we'd go to all these places, and they would like have to hire security because there'd be so many people, and Tim and I would be looking at each other like, what did we do to deserve this? I mean, what's happening here?
just being
And
good
they
guys.
don't
That's
think,
what it is.
yeah,
That's why you deserve it.
it is cool. It is cool.
It
Yeah.
is, and and again, I know we could go on about all of that, but it's just when I look back to where I was at that point, I was getting ready to move to a different part of South Carolina, and I started thinking before I moved. I said, you know what, it would be really cool if I got a metal detector, um, because I grew up with that sort of in my blood already. My dad was a bottle hunter, and I know you guys can see a lot of the bottles back here behind me, but
Hmm.
um, I grew up with that, and then with me being a history teacher, that just fired me up even more. And then to know that I was moving to a historical area where I could possibly find some of these things, it just, you know, I said I got to get a metal detector, and so
Yeah.
I watched Diggers, and I was like going, these guys are using this AT Pro. I got to get me an AT Pro. So I
Yeah.
went out and I got me an AT Pro, and I started metal detecting, and
Yeah.
from there on in, it was on. It just took off and took off, and then I finally got into social media and all this other stuff, and then I just fell in love. I mean, I've always been in love with the hobby, but you guys sort of in a roundabout way helped start that for me as well. And
Thank you.
so again, I really appreciate it. I know everyone on here appreciates it. Michael, what you
I
gonna
Cool.
say?
Thanks.
Yeah, I got a question. So I know you've hunted overseas a lot. What's your favorite area in the United States that y'all have hunted?
In the United
That,
States,
yeah, in the United
Yeah.
States.
this is yours, KG. I'm taking a break.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I love Civil War history. I mean, I like Georgia, like we did Sherman's March. We did all them like even here in Kansas. I'm real close to Missouri. Fort Scott, Missouri, and I'll go over there and I'll hunt with a couple buddies of mine like Shane Doherty and stuff like that, and he's got a bunch of Civil War spots right, on the Kansas Missouri border, and I just love. I don't know. I could dig up like even mini balls. I could dig them all day. People get tired of it, but I love the Civil War stuff.
Yeah.
Or the weird
Yeah.
thing you're not even looking for. You pull it out of the ground and it's like, what the heck is this? And it takes you like 3 months to figure out what it is, stuff like that. But I mean, I love going to Europe. My oldest coin is 150 BC, and I like to roam and I like all that. But man, the U.S. is where my heart is. I mean, the history here, the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, the Indian Wars, that all that to me is what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna say probably my favorite episode that you guys did was the Battle of Little Bighorn. Do you remember that episode by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when we went to South Carolina and we actually got a hunt where General Custer uh, camped for like a month or two before he went down and got slaughtered by the Indians.
Right.
Obviously,
You're talking about
that was
Yeah.
South Dakota. What did I say?
South
Yeah. You
Did I say
said
Carolina.
South
South
Dakota?
Carolina, but I mean,
Oh,
I'm glad that you're
well,
thinking about
yeah.
South Carolina. We
Custard was
love South
way
Carolina.
Custard was way down there. Yeah. No, South Dakota. South Dakota.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I
that
was
was
thinking, oh great,
Tim, you
we're gonna have
stepped
to
away and he messed up. You see what I'm saying?
see
yeah. Yeah, I have to monitor him
South
constantly.
Dakota. Yeah.
You got to get his geography straight.
Anyway, yeah, I remember that. That was an awesome spot. In fact, a lot of the places we go, we don't get to keep any of the stuff because it's
Right.
just so historical. We wouldn't even be
Sure.
allowed on there unless we gave it all away, which is fine. But there's certain spots, private property, that we've been to, and the South Dakota one, not Carolina
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That guy had found quite a bit of stuff plowing, and he detected a little bit. But when we were all done, we had a lot of stuff on this table. And he's like, man, if you guys want any of that stuff, you're welcome to it. So we did get to keep some stuff from the 7th Cavalry.
Oh wow, that's
That's
so
fine.
cool. But I remember that episode very well, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was thinking back to some of the shows that really, of course, when y'all came to South Carolina, I remember those shows
Hmm.
as well, and you went to Charleston and some other places. But that one really stuck in my brain, just because, again, I'm a history teacher, so
Right.
Yep.
anything Civil War, I love American Revolution. That's my favorite time period. Um,
Yeah.
my roots are deep in South Carolina. My family's lived here since 1730. So, and
Mm,
I've got family members that have been involved in the Revolution here in South Carolina as well as the Civil War. So, I mean, all that stuff just sort of stands out to me. And
yeah.
but when I
Yeah.
saw you guys on at the Battle of Little Bighorn, and I saw you on that battlefield, I was like, y'all were marking where the bullets were found and tracing where, sort of doing a sort of a breakdown of how that battle sort of played out in some cases. I love that. That was one of my favorite episodes.
Yep.
So did
Um,
a
Yeah,
lot of those finds go into a museum that they found at that site?
yeah. There's I can't even we can't even really count the number of places that we've got stuff in museums at this point. I know, I mean, we've found several things in England that went to museums and stuff, but in the US, I think, like, KG, you found that pewter round ball on the pewter round ball episode, and I know we found a bunch of stuff from the Hatfield McCoy battle sites.
Dude. Yeah. Yep.
That stuff went into a local museum, and they had people from China and all over the world coming to see it.
right,
And it was really a nice win-win situation for them because it's kind of the economically depressed area, and we were able to contribute some of that stuff to the museum, and it was really really nice because they had, it helped pick up a little bit of traffic there.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
Right.
the things that Michael and I do is we really go in and help out the landowners. So when we go to a spot, usually when we find the artifacts and the relics, of course we video them and we take pictures of them, but we feel like that the artifacts and the relics need to stay right where they were found. and so we actually give those things to the landowners and to the people. Now, if they don't want them, then they don't want them. But
Right.
for the most part, that's what we do, and we found some amazing things. And but it's so cool knowing that those artifacts and those relics are staying right where they were found in a lot of cases, and they're
Right.
displaying them either in their house or however. Like with me, I have like all of mine sort of in a coffee table that's got a glass over the top of it. So when somebody comes in my house and they sit down on a couch, they're looking at all of those artifacts, and naturally they're going to ask me questions, and you know what that leads to? That just leads to me,
Right.
just rambling for hours in some cases, just
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
explaining
We
them.
we filmed a show at a Civil War site once. I can't remember where it was exactly, but the landowner's only request was we can dig it up, we can film it, but then he wants it to go right back into the ground again.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
so we would dig stuff up, we would film it, and we'd put it. It was weird, but we put
Right.
it back in the ground. Well, a bunch of people heard we were in the area, and like 50, 60 people showed up, and it drives our sound guy crazy because he wants it quiet. We got all these people lined up along the road trying to watch us. And after we're done filming it, I come walking across the field, and there's this guy there. Hey, KG, I'm such and such. Shakes my hand, whatever. He goes, you guys find anything? I said, yeah, we found a bunch of buttons and some bolts and stuff. He goes, oh, I'm kind of surprised. He says, we've hammered this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, come on. Why are you telling me? I don't even want to hear anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just weird stuff like that. But
Well, that's again, that's just part of what we do, and I know you guys feel the same about some of this stuff too. And again, I mean, I think I look at it like this. I mean, how much of this stuff, I mean, me keeping it, what's going to happen to it after I'm gone? My daughter doesn't really care about it that much, and I would rather think that I'm giving back rather than taking, in a lot of ways. And that's just the way I look at it. Is that I mean, I like leaving it right where it was found, and I get more joy out of that knowing, and I get more joy out of finding it too. In a lot of cases, hey, I love being able to tell them, look what I found. This is, and then I explain it to them, and then they go, oh wow, that's just so cool. I can't believe you found that here, and that's just the exciting part of it to me. So again, that's just what we do. So
yeah, if I die, you're gonna want to go to my garage sale because
yeah.
my wife is just gonna give everything away. I'm sure. So
I know, and and it's so fun. It's so. I mean, it's sort of sad to think about sometimes, but you think about it. Hey, when I'm gone, what's going to happen to this stuff? All these things that were so important to me aren't necessarily going to be important to
Well,
the people
right.
after you're gone.
part of the thing is like I've only found $5 silver in my whole life, and I think
Wow.
Cage, I think you too, and they mean so much to me. But if you look at them, you know, value wise, they're
Right.
not
They're
worth
not worth that much. No.
not worth
Mhm.
anything. But
Yeah.
they're only something to me because I dug them up and I thought about what cowboy might have dropped this in the
Right.
wild,
Right.
and it's so important to me that I found him. I could have the exact same silver dollar that I bought at a coin show, and I wouldn't care that much about it. If somebody really wanted it, I'd give it to them. But
I get
but
that.
these, one of them's kind of all burned up. It was in a house fire and stuff, and it was one of my first silver dollars. And I mean, it's the most important thing ever to me, and it's not worth $20.
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
the
and
experience
that's
that
the real
goes
thing.
goes with it.
It's just like
Exact
when
Yep.
it's just
experience.
it's just like when I put up a video and I show a thimble or I show a buckle, and people say, "Well, how much is it worth?" That's not the point, and that's what I try to come across with. That's not the point. The point is that it's a piece of history, and it's something that's telling a story about these places and the people that live there, and they just don't get
Hmm.
it. That everybody wants to say, well, if it's not worth anything, then why are you making a video about it? And I'm going like, no, that's
Yeah.
not the point at all.
Exactly. People always thought, boy, you guys are, you have your own show. You must be these very successful treasure hunters. And in one sense, we are because we have a bunch of museum pieces. But what they don't understand, they all think that we find all this treasure and sell it, and that's how we make a living or
Yeah.
something. And it's like my entire life's treasure can't be worth more than 10 or 20 grand that I've ever found. I couldn't
Right.
even live for 6 months on it, you
Right.
know? And
Exactly.
that's my whole life's work. And if you
Right.
value it that way, it's very different, you know? I
Oh,
mean,
Mine are a lot more worth a lot more because I found a lot more stuff
yeah.
than him.
yeah.
So.
There you go, KG.
That's funny you said that because when he was talking about where he had his stuff, put away, and
Yeah.
who's going to take it when he dies, I almost said, well, KG doesn't have to worry about that because he's only got three things in a junk drawer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Michael and I mean, we've been tested. Like Michael dug a Nova Constellatio back last year, which is a beautiful coin. It was in the most pristine
Hmm.
condition I've ever seen one. And then it was so funny though, and I know some people on here have heard this story before, but he dug that, and I was like going, man, Michael, that coin is just so awesome. I said I'll never dig anything as good as what Michael dug. And guys, you will not believe this. I dug a 1619 Dutch coin the same
Oh,
day that Michael dug that Nova Constellation.
Wow.
So
yeah,
Yeah.
how did that coin get in South Carolina? I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was just it was the craziest day. But I mean, I was and I didn't even know what I had because I went home and I'm
Yep.
going like, well, dang, Michael found that great coin. I said I didn't find anything hardly. And then I started plundering through my bag, and I knew that I had dug something that had some writing on it, but I couldn't tell what it was. And then I started cleaning it up, and finally I said, I need to put this thing up on Facebook because I don't recognize this. And so I put it up, and it turned out to be a 1619 coin. Or it
Wow.
Wow.
was a
Yep.
fragment of it. It wasn't the whole coin, but it was a fragment of it. I'm going like, how in the heck did that end up in South Carolina? And that just blew me away. But yeah,
Yep.
you find things like that, and you just like going, oh my, I don't, how did that happen? You
Well,
know?
KG,
Right.
Story
KG,
there. Yeah.
tell him about that one. I mean, it was on one of the TV shows, but remember
Yeah,
the,
we were in Rhode Island. We were and
yeah,
we were metal detecting. I think it was the Campbell Soup heiress's place,
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But we were out on this point, and I found this like a half of a coin. It looked like a hammered coin with some weird hieroglyphics on it or
Right.
something like that. And Tim said, "Oh, that's a piece of aluminum." I was like, "No, I'm telling you, this is a coin. This is a coin."
We thought it was
And so we
garbage.
gave we gave it to the archaeologist, and then we just forgot about it. Well, we're filming another show in Kentucky on the Buffalo Trace. I think it was on the Prohibition or something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
And we get a call from the National Geographic people, and they're like, "Well, we found out where your coin is. It came over on a tobacco ship. It's from Yemen. It's from the 1600s. Yeah, it
What?
came over from Yemen. And since then, they found three or four of those coins on Rhode Island, close to where I found this. But we didn't know, we didn't know that after they found out what it is, we're in Kentucky filming the whatever, and they're like, well, we're going to need you to react that, so you're going to have to dig that up again and do a freak out, and I'm like, well, all right. So we're in Kentucky, and it's been like 4 or 5 months later where I found the coin, and then we got to set it up, and then I dig it up there. I mean, it was a legit find, but I just had to pretty it up and dig it up, in Kentucky. But it ended up
yes.
being like, yeah, from the 16. It was amazing. Supposedly that thing, some other guy found a couple of those, and he researched it, and there was a ship that got the pirates supposedly robbed a ship, and then they took all the treasure and they put it on a
Right.
slave and tobacco ship, and they hid it in the hay or something, and it ended up in Rhode Island, and then some of them coins ended up on land somehow. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's a crazy
That's a cool
story.
story.
That's a very cool
Yeah.
story. So,
Uh,
I know we asked KG this a few minutes ago, Tim, while you were off air. What era or what period do you really like to find artifacts? What's like, is it like Civil War, Revolutionary War? Do you like the stuff over in Europe? What do you prefer the best as far as the things that you find? What period do you like the best?
Um, yeah, it's really hard, and this is going to be a really weird answer
Yeah,
because
Don't say
I
dinosaurs either.
yeah,
no. Well, well, we're a couple of the luckiest treasure hunters ever because we get
yeah.
to go places that people don't get to go,
Right,
and a lot of people love the Civil War and all that, and we found a lot of Roman coins and medieval hammered coins, and it's always just amazing to find that stuff. Like when I dug that Celtic gold coin, I mean, it was like I literally had goosebumps.
right. Yeah, I can imagine.
And I love all that, so I like it all. But honestly, my favorite thing to find, which is sounds weird, is Victorian era silver stuff and like the
Like
seated coins
you
in
like
the
seeded
U.S.
coins.
It's
Okay.
my favorite sign because I before I was a treasure hunter, I was a a coin nerd as a
Right.
kid, and
Right.
I always loved seated coins. They were just fascinating to me,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
it was hard to find them in Montana because they didn't settle the valley till 1859,
Right.
and so we didn't get as many of those. You could get barber coins, but it was really tough to get seated coins. And I found maybe 20 some there, and KG probably about the same. And
Right.
when we'd find, that's why because it was just so amazing, and I don't know. I just always really liked that era.
Right. Okay.
mhm.
So KG said Civil War was his favorite period to dig, and I said
It's,
American Revolution is my favorite period to dig. Michael, which one's your favorite?
Um, I've done a lot of Civil War hunt, but I think I like American Revolution
Yeah.
period,
We like the
colonial
we
period.
like the
Mhm.
colonial era, American Revolution. I mean, digging that stuff is just I don't know. There's just something special about it. I mean,
so
Yeah, yeah.
you guys think you're better than us? Is that what
no,
you're saying?
no, no. We don't think we're better than y'all by any
I
means.
know they are. They're way better, especially Michael. You know,
my,
yeah,
my,
I think it. I think the Revolutionary War would topple the Civil War. It's just that I haven't had access to
Right,
many of
exactly.
that, and I have access to more of the Civil Wars. But man, I'll tell you, Revolutionary War is amazing. Even though like we've done some War of 1812 stuff too, up in
yeah.
Canada
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
No,
But yeah,
we
Revolutionary War is fascinating.
well, we're very fortunate too that we live in an area where we've got the whole full span. So we've got early colonial, American Revolution, War of 1812, Civil War, 19 or 19, I mean all of that stuff through the 1900s and then into the 2000s. So we've got plenty of different eras that we can dig in. And what's so
Yeah.
funny is when you go out to some of these spots, it might be an area or a site that was started in 1730 or 1720, and then but you're digging late 1800 stuff or early 1900 stuff, or you're digging a
Hmm.
mercury dime. I mean, you have the possibility of digging the gamut at all of these
Yeah.
places, and
Yeah.
so it just makes it a
The
lot of fun on some of these
Well,
the
it's the
first.
opposite. Some places
Yeah.
you go, you think you're only going to dig 1900s or late 1800 finds, and you'll end up finding something from the 1700s that you didn't expect to find.
Yeah,
Before Tim knew how hard it was to find great sites, we went to South Carolina and we were at this old plantation and we were walking around and we were picking up flat buttons on the surface of the
right.
ground.
Yeah,
And we were
Yeah.
picking up, we got large sands. I found the butt plate to an old flintlock
Musk.
pistol, like a
Yeah,
pirate pistol and stuff. We didn't even know what it was. That's how dumb we were being from Montana. We never seen history like that. But after we researched it, we found about all that, and then we didn't realize that flat buttons didn't just lay all over the ground. Sometimes they're hard to find,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was
Yeah,
amazing.
and now going back to the other thing that I said earlier, I dig a flat button, and to me that's an important piece of history. And then people say, well,
Yep.
all you dug was a button. Well, no, it's not just a button. It's a button from 300 years ago that I'm digging.
Yep.
You just
Right.
don't understand it, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
That just gets me though. It really does. And but I know you guys have dug some amazing things. Like I said, I've seen the shows. I've watched pretty much everything you guys have done, and I love. So, how many gold coins have you guys dug? That's the real question, because I know a lot of people like hearing about gold.
Uh,
Yeah, not really. I think only we found one in where were we
New
at,
Orleans.
Tim? New
New
Orleans. We
Orleans.
found an 1853
Oh
$1
wow,
gold coin.
yeah,
Yeah,
That
that's the
was
only one I could say.
Yeah, that's the only one we dug in New Orleans, and then I dug a 50 BC Celtic gold stater
Yeah,
in England.
that one.
oh
But those are
wow,
two gold
yeah,
coins.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's it.
we have KGU found a pretty amazing gold ring, though. I mean, we found some. Well, we both found a bunch of gold rings,
Right,
obviously, but
Yeah,
right,
and we found gold nuggets. We went up to Nome, Alaska a few years ago, and we both found we had the new Axiom, the Garrett Axiom.
right, right.
Mhm.
Um, that GTX they had, it's a great machine, but man, that's something gonna wear you out. But the Axiom was super, super light, so we went up there and we tested it out, and I think we found probably close to 15 pieces of gold, one pretty good nugget,
Right.
and other, pickers and stuff like that. But we
uh,
found probably more gold nuggets than we ever did coins.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, and I've never dug a gold coin either. Michael, I don't think you've never dug a gold
No,
coin,
I've never
correct?
done
Yeah.
one either.
Yeah. So neither one of us have dug one, and I mean that's of course that's one of those bucket list finds for us. I only have a few that I feel like that would complete my as far as my detecting finds, and that would be a George Washington inaugural, and I would like to dig a CSA button from the Civil War, um, and then I'd like to dig a gold coin, and then the fourth one would have been I would like to find a slave tag from down in this area too. Just
Yeah.
and but I would like to be able to give that either to a museum or to the landowner or to the person that that it's coming from. So or from the
Hmm.
property that it's coming from. So
yeah.
those are the only ones I've got left.
Those are all pretty spectacular.
Oh yeah,
Fun.
Yeah.
because I've found pretty much everything that I've wanted to find.
Hmm.
It's sort of been that. But those four are the four that are eluding me. And when I do find
Yep.
them, then I'll probably start doing cartwheels like you guys when I do find them.
Yep.
The, uh,
I've yet to find a silver bust coin. I have
Me
yet to
too.
find a bust coin. That's
really?
one of my holy grails. Yeah, I
Yeah,
cannot find a bust coin.
yeah. I've not found a cat bus coin. And
Yeah, that
again,
we have we haven't
That's what
found
I
one of
mean. Yeah.
those. I
yeah,
know KG has found these, but I've still never found a trine, and that's driving
really.
me crazy.
I
Never
found my
found.
first trime last year, believe it or not.
Ah,
Yeah. And the funny thing is that trimes aren't really common in the South as they are in the North. So if you ask
ah,
somebody from the North, you're probably going to find out they found more trimes than they did in the South. And I'm not real sure why that is, but you don't hear much about finding a trime in the South more so than the North. So,
right.
Right.
but they're hard to
Tim,
find, I'm telling you.
Tim found a boob coin. Tell him
I
about
did
your
find it.
boob coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on one of the Diggers episodes. Actually, it
Oh,
made
Yeah,
it
maybe
on.
it
I
is.
think
I
I
don't know.
remember that.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of a coin nerd, so I knew right away that the Standing Liberty quarters.
Hmm.
The very first year they came out, she had one breast exposed, and a lot of the you know
Yeah.
old church ladies were up in arms about it, and so
Right.
they made
Yeah.
put
Why?
drape thing over. And so when I dug it, I'm like, I think I just found a boob coin. I'm talking out loud.
Right.
I'm thinking to myself, but I'm saying it out loud, and the camera's right on me. All the cameras are right there,
Yeah.
and I look at the producer, and he's just like, "Go, go, roll with it."
Right.
I got a boob. Yep.
Boob coin. I love it. Hey, but look,
Yeah.
have you ever found a? I'll tell you one that was really strange for me. I found a prophylactic tin for
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
a Merry Widow's tin.
Yeah,
It was a
very
Mary
well.
Widows. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's from
Yeah. Yeah.
1920. Yeah. And so that was one that was sort of odd. You just weren't expecting to dig that. And I didn't know what it was at first. And I like looked at it and I said, this thing's got some weird, it's got some weird writing on it at first. And I started
Yeah.
looking at it and I realized what it was. And we were all laughing about it because this place was pretty remote. And so that meant that somebody in the 1920s had pulled up in there and had some hanky panky going on,
Oh
Hey,
so
yeah. Oh
yeah, so
yeah.
it was like really, it's
Happens.
like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's what this is. But yeah,
Could have been
those
yours,
kinds of
Tim. That was about when you were born, weren't it? About
yeah.
1920s.
1920.
What road was that on again?
That's so funny. All right, so we've sort of done a bunch of talking around, but let's talk about you guys as far as the detectors that you're using right now. So I know that we've we have highlighted this machine on our channel as we do many machines, and it's the Garrett Vortex. This is the VX9 that I have right here, and of course I've got the small coil with it, the 5x8. I love that coil, and it does amazing in trash. Tell us tell us what you guys are seeing with that machine, and give us a little rundown as far as you using it, where you've used it, and so on, and what you think so far as the multi-frequency aspect of it.
All right. Cage, you want me to go or you want to go?
Yeah, you take this one, Tim. Don't screw it up.
Yeah.
um, yeah, when we first started testing this, it's been over a year, I guess, and this is one of the old prototypes, but yeah, I've got the small coil on as well,
Yeah.
and
Oh, there you go,
anybody,
Tim. That's it.
yeah, anybody that watches our videos, we have how-to videos at diggintv.com if you want to
Good.
know
Yeah. Go
use all.
check out their channel, guys.
Um, Everybody knows I like that coil the best. I know KG, especially when we're in England, KG will use the Viper, and sometimes both of us will use bigger coils because we got a lot of
Cover
ground
a
to
lot of
cover.
ground. Right.
Yeah.
But generally, we're hunting, old cabins and junky areas where you need this little tiny coil and it separates like a champ.
You're right.
So that's why I always have that on there. But as far as the vortex itself goes, I mean, KG and I were both using the AT Max for years. And I mean, they came out with the Apex, which had some pretty amazing features on it and stuff, but it wasn't enough for KG and I to actually switch and make it our main machine.
Sure.
But we would use it in saltwater situations because it had a saltwater mode. But this thing, after they got all the recent updates and everything, and we've had enough time with it, uh, we've obviously done really well with it. We did detectable in England a couple of months ago. When was that? September. And
Yep.
we went out. We had one day there. It was a really short trip, but we had one day at Detectable, and we went out and just, we went into one field, and we're kind of like, we each pulled up a couple of buttons, and we're like, we've done this enough where it's like, oh, let's move to the next field. And so we
Right.
walk across the road, and then, you know, there were people with every branded detector, of course, running around and running past us and stuff. And I got a couple of pretty good signals, and KG did too. And we were like, you know what? We looked at each other and we're just kind of like, yeah, we need to stay here. And we
Right.
hunkered in and we found everything from Roman coins to medieval jettons and World War II stuff, all in this one field. We stayed on that one field for the entire day and came back. And I mean, it's not because it was a vortex.
Right.
Anybody that's detected long enough knows that if you learn any machine well enough, you're going to do pretty good with it.
Yeah.
But we went out there, and it's like, I mean, we really crushed it in that one, short time that we had there.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm we know this machine when it first started out, it may have had a few hiccups or whatever.
Right.
And
Sure.
so what? So do a
Yeah.
lot of machines. But right
Yeah.
now, this thing is
That's it.
it's it got to the point where we really trust it now, and we take it out. I don't feel like I have to drag my Max with me everywhere I go now. I just go with
Right.
this, and I'm like totally confident. And
Wow.
we've
Right.
already found some museum pieces with it. I found a almost 200 BC silver Roman coin with it. That's just the best Roman coin I've ever found.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well,
I know it.
Yeah, realistically, like I said, in the beginning, it might have got pushed out a little early. Um, and it had a few hiccups, but all the upgrades, they've taken care of everything. I know it had a bad rap for a
right.
while, but I think if somebody comes back to it now, does all the upgrades, learns the machine, they're not going to have a lot to complain about now. I mean, there were some
Right.
numbers off. They have fixed everything. That's the good thing about the machine, is if there's an issue with it, they can fix it at the shop. You don't have to buy another machine. You can plug it in. You can do the upgrades. Right now, I think they got it dialed in pretty good. So I'm out there. All my buddies, they use every brand you could think of. And
Right.
not one time I've ever been out there and felt like I was missing anything. I would keep
Right.
up with all of them with
Right.
that machine,
And I've
so
said the
because I
same
know it.
thing. I've said the same thing to our viewers and our subscribers. Again, and Tim hit the nail on the head. It's how well you know the thing. In a lot of cases, and how much you've used it, how much you get familiar with it, and so on. And we've used this machine, and we were all on it even when it first came out. We knew that there were some issues, but we also
Yep,
felt confident that Garrett was going to be able to fix some of those issues and get that stuff resolved. And I think that's what we
yeah,
saw as this machine sort of progressed. And right, like you just said, it is dialed in now, and
yep,
you can take that machine out, and you're not going to be. I mean, I've hunted right along with a Manicore. Michael's seen me. Michael's run it, and I've been running a Deus 2 or a Manicore. And there were some cases where Michael found more stuff than I did with it, than I found that
yep,
day. So I mean, it just goes to show that this machine can perform right along with some of the other brands as well. And again, it comes down to how well you know that machine and how well you get used to it. But
yeah.
for,
And
for the
we're still
price,
learning it. Yeah, yeah, and we're still learning it pretty good. In fact, last spring, Tim and my brothers, they all came to Kansas. We went to Baxter Springs, Kansas, to a Civil War spot that I had found. I found a campsite out, and I thought I hunted it out. Well, I took the machine in there and I set it up to 13 kilohertz, and I just swung painfully slow, and I was digging up Civil War buttons and bullets like deep, like 11 inches. But I had to switch to that kilohertz. That's what you mean about learn your
right,
machine, know your
right,
machine. I did that. I slowed down, and I was with a guy there that hunts with a Manicore, and he just sat his Manicore against a tree, and he says, "I can't believe it," you
yeah.
know.
I've
But
had this. I've
I,
had
I
the
I'm
same thing
learning it.
happen to me with the guy with the Manicore too, and he couldn't see a target that I could see, and he was running the 9 inch the 9 inch coil on the Manicore, and I was running that 5x8, and he couldn't see that target. He just got a bunch of garbled stuff on his screen, and the audio wasn't there. Whereas with the Vortex, the audio was there. And a lot of
Yeah,
people like to say, well, it only goes up to 25 kilohertz, and that's not enough for hunting in the trash. But I don't know. I mean, think about it. Before these other multi frequency machines came out, that's all we were using. and people were still finding some great and amazing things, even running
Right.
at
Yeah.
those lower frequencies. So
And then
Right. And I don't I'm not bad mouthing any brand
right,
because
no,
Mind
nobody's doing
Labs
that at all.
is the unbelievable company. All of them are,
Right,
but that particular incident and knowing my machine,
right.
I can't complain about it. But
Right.
yeah,
And every
Right.
one of
anybody
these machines have their strengths and their weaknesses, you know. There are some machines that are stronger in some aspects and some machines that are not as strong in some aspects.
right.
And I
Yep.
think like Michael and I've always said, you know, some people get so wrapped up in, well, this machine's better than this machine. We become so tribal about these machines, and it's not
Yeah.
necessarily that. Go out and learn your machine and learn how to use it the best you can use it, and go out and have fun with it. Don't worry about what
Yep.
you got in your hand. Learn it the best you
Right.
can and use it the best you can. Go ahead, Steve. I
right.
Exactly.
know you were going to say something.
That's what I was going to say, but you already said it. So, yeah.
Okay.
Anybody, anybody that knows us knows Team ATC. We were like, we welcome everybody into our fictional club, and we just have a good time. And it's like, all these machines work, and certain ones work better in certain soils or whatever. And it's like, you just use one that you feel comfortable with and that fits where you're going to hunt most of the time, and go with it. And if you
And go
spend
with
enough,
it. Right.
you're going to some awesome stuff.
So with
Hey,
that being
Yeah.
with all of this that we just talked about, we got to do our tip of the week. So I want you guys to see what
Yeah,
Michael's
Michael.
tip of the week is.
all right, I'm ready for
So,
this. I
oh
can't
yeah,
wait.
well,
I am
hey,
too. I'm gonna
this
learn
is
something right now.
this goes along with what we just said. So that's why I sort of led us into this. So
All
let's hear
right.
what Michael's got to say with his detecting tip of the week, and we'll be right back. So here's Michael.
Hi guys, I just wanted to hop on here and give my detecting tip of the week. My tip this week is to have fun when you go out to metal detecting. I know we got KG and Ringy on here, and I appreciate them coming on the show. And I've watched them for years, and one thing you can say about them is they have fun when they go out metal detecting. They're not worried about settings. They're not worried about if this machine's deeper than that. When they go out there, they know their machine and they have a good time. And that's what it's all about. You know, going out and having a good time, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying the history that you find. I think we get wrapped up a lot, and is this machine outperforming this machine, and we lose sight of the fact, hey, we're doing this because it's enjoyable. I hunt and I fish, and I like to do that because I enjoy doing it, and I like to see, the biggest deer I can kill or the biggest fish I can catch, and it's I like to find, the best fine metal detecting if I can, but if I don't, I still enjoy doing it, and that's what it's all about. Just get out and have a good time with your friends, and don't worry about this machine or that machine. Just know the machine that you have and have a good time doing what you love to do, and that's the reason I do it. And I know most people on here, that's the reason they do it, to have a good time and enjoy it. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming on tonight, and hope everybody has a blessed week. Thanks.
So there it is, Michael's detecting tip of the
Michael,
week.
that was beautiful. That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
I
Thank you.
started to tear up. I started to tear up.
Yeah, I did.
That,
I did too. I felt a little tear
that's
coming down
it.
my eyes.
Yeah, that was
That was
awesome.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Probably
Thanks,
the best
guys.
tip,
Yeah.
actually.
And again, Michael brought up a great point. We just talked about it. A lot of people get so wrapped up in the machine that they're using or the settings that they're using, and this machine will do this and this machine will do that. Go out and have fun. Forget about all of that. Go out and enjoy what you're doing. Have a great time. Enjoy being with friends. Enjoy being outside. Some of us
Yeah,
don't get outside enough too. And
that's right.
Yeah.
enjoy those things and take advantage of those things, because honestly, life is short. It just is, and we need to take advantage of those types of special times that we're going to have, where we can enjoy everything, being outside, enjoying history, all of those things, enjoying friends. And that brings me to my next point, and that is, and I'm gonna scoot away from us for just a second, guys. But that is for, excuse me one second here. There we go. So that is Digstock. Digstock is coming up, and KG and Ringy are going to be there. We're going to be there. You're going to be able to buy your tickets in the link that we will have in our description on this video. So you can go check it out and click that link, and you can get Digstock tickets, 3 days of fun, enjoyment, hanging out, finding history, hanging out with good friends, and just having a great time. It's a great event. This is going to be one of the larger events in the United States. So you definitely want to check us out at Digstock. So again, check Digstock out, click that link, and you can buy your tickets. It's March 5th through the 8th. So it will be in North Carolina. So come and join us at Digstock. Y'all can see us. Y'all can see KG and Ringy, some other great YouTubers and personalities out there that you guys, I think, will enjoy meeting for the first time if you haven't already. And it's going to be a great, great time. So check out Digstock. And if you like to get involved, get your tickets now because those tickets are going to be going fast. So wanted to mention Digstock. And I know you guys are going to be there. That's where I met you guys for the first time, was at Digstock. So I know it's going to be a great hunt and going to be a great time there. And again, just like Michael said, it's all about having fun and enjoying
All
what you're
right.
doing.
This will be my first time going to Digstock, so I'm looking forward to it and meeting you guys in person. So,
Yeah, it'll be great. I'll give you a big hug.
Yeah, hey, you're
Me
gonna have to
too.
reach up. You're gonna have to reach up.
yeah.
He's 6'7".
6'7".
Six
All
seven.
right, I'll bring my stepping stool.
Right. Hey, he's six
Hey,
seven,
you
and
can get
I'm
on my shoulders, Ringy, and then you can hug him.
Yeah.
All right?
hey,
Okay.
he's 6'7", and I'm 5'7". So let's see how that works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, every time we get photos with people that are 6'7" and stuff, KG and I always look at each other. It's like, yeah, we're going up. So we get up on our tiptoes to try
That's
to get a picture.
Yeah.
Hey,
oh
I'm
yeah.
excited about giveaways. When are we going to do the giveaway stuff?
Yeah, let's get into that. So again, we appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight, and we are going to get in
Yes.
our giveaways because I know these guys have. It's probably early where you guys are, but it's getting late for us. So, but again, we are going to get into our giveaways. One thing before I do our giveaway, though, so people can see this too, is that we are doing a raffle. It's a Christmas raffle, believe it or not. So we are going to be, let me get to that. We are going to be doing a Equinox 800 raffle. So in order to get in on that raffle, though, you have to do a $5 super chat or super thanks. You can do either one, and you get entered into our raffle, which will come in right before Christmas. I'll announce the date, but we are doing the raffle for this Equinox 800. It is a $800 value. You do get two coils. You get wireless headphones. It's an $800 value. All you got to do is put in $5. You can enter more than once. So if you want to put in 10, that gets you entered in twice, and so on. So again, that's up to you. You can put in however much you want. But again, it is for an Equinox 800, super value. Um, Nice, great machine. The Equinox, MindLab Equinox 800 has been a workhorse all throughout the last 3 or 4 years. Multi-frequency machine. You can hunt the beach. You can hunt in the water. You can hunt on land. You can hunt all sorts of different conditions with the Equinox 800. But it is there. So if you would like to get into the raffle, all it takes is a $5 super chat on tonight's show, and we put your name in there. And we will be doing those on every live stream. So again, you can enter in on the next live stream or the live stream after, however you want to do. And then eventually we will stop it, and then we will do our drawing. So again, stay tuned for that. But it is a $5 super chat or super thanks for that Equinox 800. So thank you again. And let's switch back over here to us. And you guys ready for the giveaway? All right. Tim, you want to announce what your giveaway is?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I gotta say thanks to Marla. I saw
Okay.
her come. No.
Okay. So
All right, hey Cage. You know how we always
Yes.
give away uh NX5 shovel or something, and
Hmm.
if you want to buy an NX7 for Christmas, go to Diggin TV. Get an awesome shovel. But for tonight's giveaway, we got something a little special. We're going to give away. I don't know if you guys have seen these yet, but our fictional uh, Team ATC Metal Detecting Club has its own jerseys. These are full on jerseys with your name and number and all the history of Anaconda Treasure, the Running
Okay.
and Gunning TV show, the all the different logos and stuff. And whoever wins tonight gets their own jersey with their whatever name or nickname and number they won on it. So, however you guys want to give it away, you tell us.
Okay, so
That's cool.
here's
I
what we're
like
gonna
that.
do. So earlier, before we started our live stream, I put up a video and I asked everyone to leave a comment on that video, hashtag diggers on that comment on that video. So if they left a comment, then they're in the running for this jersey that Tim and KG are giving away. Ringy and KG are giving away tonight. And so you will have the opportunity. If you want to go in and get into it real quick, you can flip over to my channel and you will see the video and it says giveaway, enter here. And click on that video and put in hashtag diggers. You'll see it on the video if you're not sure. And we've gotten a few entries already. And I know there's a lot of people that got in on this. And then we're going to do one more giveaway, which is going to be from Michael and I for our giveaway tonight. So we're going to do two giveaways tonight, and this one is going to be for KG and Ringy's jersey there from Anaconda Treasures. Is that correct, guys?
That is
Yep.
correct.
All right. Okay. So let me click over here and let me put in this, and then we're going to share this screen. Hang on one second. I got to copy this and we're going to do our drawing. So I'm going to have to flip over here real quick, guys, and I'm going to have to add y'all to this screen. So bear with me 1 second. And we're going to flip over here and we're going to add KG in here and we're going to add Tim in here and we're going to add Michael in here. If I can find Michael, Michael's hiding somewhere. Where's Michael at? Where are you at, Michael? There you are. I got him. I got him. Here he is. So now we're all on this screen. So we're going to go over here. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this link and we're going to go over here and add it to our URL and we're going to paste that in and we're going to start this YouTube comment picker. And there's the video, guys. In case you don't know where it is, there's what it looks like. And you will see the thumbnail up above it with KG and Ringy on it. And we've gotten 39 comments in there. So we're going to have 39 people right now that are eligible so far. If you want to get in, we'll give y'all just a minute or so, and then we're going to do this drawing. And while we're waiting on giving everybody a chance to get in, then we'll just talk for just a couple of more minutes, and we will do that drawing. So, guys, what's your next thing that you're doing? I know we sort of talked about that a few minutes ago, but what's the next event or the next thing that you got going on as far as events? And do you have any videos coming up real soon?
Is this for me,
Tim, go
Cage,
ahead.
or
You've been
Either one
work.
of you.
Yeah, you've been working on stuff, so you tell it.
we got we've got several projects in the works right now. I can't really talk about a couple of them, but
Okay.
let's let's just say that you might not have seen the last of us on as far as TV shows go. So,
Yes.
um, so
That's
there might
true.
be a few extra episodes appearing one of these days.
Oh
Um,
wow, I can't wait for that. If that gets me excited right there.
Yeah, me too.
And
and
and also, if you don't mind, I'll mention that Tim and I, we make our own digging tools. We had the NX5 and the NX7,
Right.
NX6, right? Well, we kind of got rid of them, and we came up with one shovel. We beefed it up. We changed like a lot about it because we would get a few of them back that were bent when you have like a guy 6'7" yanking on a shovel. They kind of bend them sometimes. But we redesigned this one and we have made it awesome. So the NX7 is pretty much available now, ain't it, Tim, on your
yeah,
website there?
yeah, it's on the website, diggintv.com. It's still got the you can still open two beers with it at once, and it's still got motorcycle pegs and all the stuff that the 5 and 6 had. It's just a little heavier. It's one length. I think it's what is it, 33 inches or something, so that it's basically a travel shovel, so you can still get it in a Pelican Air case.
Oh wow.
um, yeah, you can. There's a video about it at diggintv.com. Just click on the shovels and you can watch the video on it. But it's we designed it so that because we travel everywhere, so we have to go through airports and stuff. And if you put it diagonally in a Pelican 1615, I think is the case,
Right.
it's still there just fine. So um,
Yeah, but and it's not for just traveling. I mean, if anybody gets it and goes out into the field, I mean, it's a meat ripper. You're not gonna destroy it. It has root cutters on it and everything.
Okay.
yeah,
So yeah, we put a lot of thought in it, and it's here. It's made here in America too. It's actually made in Chanute, Kansas. So yeah, American made right there.
Oh wow. Well, that's really cool. I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen the NX7 shovel, so I know it's really good quality. So I know you guys have done an
Yeah,
excellent job with it, and I know people go check out. It's Diggin TV, right? Diggintv.com.
yeah. DigginTV.com.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
All right. So it looks like
yep.
we
Yeah,
got about
cool.
50. Looks like we got about 50
Uh,
participants here. So we're going to see if we can
nice.
do this drawing. So we got a lot of people that have, but you got to be present. So hopefully you're here and present. So we're going to do this drawing and let's see what we get. So we got 50 people that have entered into the drawing, and right now we've got 60 people on the live stream. And there's the shovel, and Tim's showing you that right now. Man, that's got some teeth on the side for sure. Yeah, that is really, really nice.
this
Yeah.
version it's an angled head, so it helps you dig in a little bit more ergonomically. But that's the shovel,
Yeah, that is so cool.
and it'll help build up
I
some
don't.
muscles.
It'll help build up
It's
because it's heavy. I like a heavy shovel. Michael, do I like a heavy shovel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You got uh, the one you use the favorite that I like to
Oh yeah,
use.
I use a heavy shovel. I can't push down with my knee because my knee's been torn all to pieces. So I have to have a heavy
Yep.
shovel if I'm going to cut through roots and everything. So let's do this
Yep.
first drawing. And remember, if
Yep.
you win, uh, Tim, how you want to do this? If they win, do you want them to email you, or do you want them to email me and then I send it to you, or how do you want to do that?
just have them send. Just have them email me directly. It could just be at ringmastertim@gmail.com,
Okay.
or probably better yet, just go to diggintv.com, our main website, and you can just hit the contact button and they can find it from there. Just
Okay.
have them send me their info, and I'm going to need what name they want, what size, and what number they want on the back of the jersey.
Okay. All right. Okay. So again, if you win this again, let Tim know. And there, somebody's telling me, hey, refresh it one more time. It looks like we might have a few more people that got in. So I will gladly do that. So let's go back and we'll refresh it one more time, and then we'll do this drawing.
Uh,
And let's
Ten
filter it out.
thousand.
Yeah, we might have a bunch. You never know what's going on with these guys. So we've got a great audience in here tonight. And again, thank you guys for joining in. And we got 55 now. So, all right. So this is it. I'm drawing. Okay. So you got, oh, look at there. Look at that cat. What do they call,
Hairless.
It's
what are those types of cats?
it's a sphinx. It's a hairless cat. My wife is out of town, so I'm taking care of the cat, and
Oh.
it's running around in here driving me crazy.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Let's see who's going to be our lucky winner tonight for this fantastic prize from KG and Ringy. We appreciate them being here tonight. Let's see who's going to be our winner. So there it is. It is running back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? And it is Ohio Fred is our lucky winner of
Ohio
a
Fred.
KG and Ringy jersey, and he is a loyal subscriber to our channel. We appreciate Mr. Ohio Fred for being a part of our channel, and again, he's an awesome dude, and again, a great supporter of our channel as well. So again, congratulations, Mr. Ohio Fred. And with that, let's do this. Michael loves that noise. Don't you, Michael?
Way to
Yeah.
go, Ohio.
There we go. Congratulations, Ohio Fred. So we're going to do one more, and I got to get mine. Michael, hang on. Y'all hang on 1 second. I don't have mine in here.
All right. Let's see. We had somebody said give away the cat.
Yeah, okay. I'm, I'm up for that. She won't know for a couple days. She won't be back. You know what? That would be the last anybody saw me. I'd be murdered and buried out in the desert somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, so I have our giveaway tonight, and it is a Southern Relic Adventures T-shirt, and you can wear that proudly, and that is going
I
to be
hope,
our giveaway tonight. What was that, Tim?
I said I hope I win.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
gonna win.
You can get in for the Southern Relic Adventures T-shirt. So we're going to go back to our app. We're going to reload one more time, and we're gonna pick us another winner. So let's see who else is going to be a winner tonight. And if you win, and I'll put this in the comments, remember to email me your size, SRANSC at gmail.com. And I put it in the chat for those of you. If you win, then please email me and let me know your size and your address so I can get these out to you. Mr. Diggin Darrell and 5 Mile Relic Hunter have theirs on the way. And so we're going to give out another one tonight. And we've got a couple of sizes still left. They're mostly big boy sizes. I'm going to go ahead and say that. They're extra large, double X, and triple X. So let me know your size. But those are the 3 sizes we have available. So that's going to be for that. So again, we got 57 people that are in, and we're going to roll this thing one more time. Let's confirm everybody's in here. We got 57 participants. Let's see who's going to be our winner of a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt. There we go. There's counting down. Let's see who's going to be the lucky winner tonight. And it is Brian Tanner. Bryant Tanner, 4997. Brian, if you're in here, let me know. You are the winner of a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt tonight. If he's not here, we'll do it again. So let's see if Bryant Tanner is in here. But he is the winner of a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt. So let's see if he shows up. Somebody said hashtag beers. What do y'all think about that? Hashtag beers.
Heck yeah.
Give away some beers. Yep.
Yeah. So is it cold out there, guys, right now, or what kind of temperature are
It's
y'all
in the
getting?
50s, probably in the 50s right now here in southeast Kansas, where I'm at right now.
I live in
Probably
a desert.
90 where you're at.
Where are you
Yeah,
at, Tim?
loser.
I'm about 30 miles from Mexico, so it gets warm here.
Oh, okay. So you're warm. We're warm here. There were mosquitoes biting me while I was doing my this video for this thing. I mean, they were all. I mean, they were like swarming around me. Like,
Huh.
Oh wow.
oh yeah, it
Yeah,
was terrible. I mean, the
we're supposed
mosquitoes
to
are
have
so bad. We
a
need.
record high tomorrow here. So
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's going to be close
I
to
think it's
80
supposed to be
degrees.
77 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too warm. I mean, it's November. I'm waiting on
Yeah.
Bryant. If you're here, Mr. Tanner, let me know. Otherwise, we're moving on. We're going to have to do it again. We got Ohio Fred. No, I'm
Ohio.
waiting. I'm waiting. I haven't seen him. Have you seen him, Michael?
I haven't.
Okay. Well, we can run it one more time. Let's see if he shows up. So we'll do it one more time and we will put it in. And we will do it one more time. He missed out. I don't know where he was. He got in. You get in and then you leave. Let's see. 74 degrees, Matt Johnson said. Record highs in Texas right now. So,
Wow.
okay, we still got 57 in here. Let's do it one more time. Let's start. And here we go again. We'll do this drawing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's going to be the lucky winner tonight? It is 5280 Adventures. And we know he's here because I just saw him comment.
Yeah, it's on there.
So 5280, you are the proud owner of a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt. Mr. Relic's radio, Mr. Tony himself, he gets a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt. So thank you, Tony. We appreciate you, buddy. Again, email me. Well, I've got your email. I don't know if I have yours, though. SRANSC@gmail.com. It is in the chat, so definitely email me the size and your address so I can ship you your Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt, and you will have that in the mail, and you should have it sometime next week. So again, that should be in your mailbox very, very soon. All right, guys, I think we're done for the night. Anything
Awesome.
y'all want to
Yeah.
say? Some parting words for our audience. We had a fantastic group in here tonight. Well, we were well over 60 people in here tonight that tuned in to watch us and enjoy the fun and all the things that we had to talk about. Believe it or not, somebody wants to hear from all of us. Can you believe that?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just gotta say, when you went signaled that horn and it went da 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 or whatever, you should have seen the cat jump. It was
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
No, we're looking forward to hanging out with you guys too here in a
oh
few
yeah.
months too. It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
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 I'm
that's
looking forward to it.
we're gonna have a ball at Digstock. Come and join us there. I will have a link in the description. You can get your tickets there. If you're gonna be, you want to get in on a great event. You're looking to maybe find some history. You're looking to hang out with a lot of other metal detectors and just have a good time. Then this is a great event to go to in North Carolina. So again, check that link out. If you're new here tonight and this is your first time coming over to our channel, go check out our content. We've got tons of content. We've got 1,300 videos on our YouTube channel, so there's plenty of stuff on there for you. Check out these guys at Diggin TV on YouTube. Is that right, guys? Diggin TV, correct?
yeah, Diggin TV, DIGGIN TV.com.
Okay.
Everything
Yep.
is connected through there. So if you want to order gear or detectors or anything, I know you wanted to talk about these small
Oh yeah,
headphones.
yeah. Real quick, let's mention those real quick.
They're just the CS3s. They're just a smaller version of the Z-Link, enhanced headphones, and they're just a lot easier to wear than the big, giant, bulky ones. Especially like when KG says when it's hot out, these are a
Right.
lot nicer to have. But they work basically the same. They just hook up, and you can use them on your AT Max or your AT Pro. If anything that has Z-Link and Apex, any of those will you can use them on that too. So they'll go for every one of those detectors.
Right, right. Well, I know that I know with the Vortex, I mean, I like the big headphones, but it would have been nice if I'd have had those back in July. You know,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
Yeah.
burning up here in South Carolina. So,
exactly.
so a couple people want to know what's the name of the shovel that you guys just showed. Tell them one more time about the shovel.
Oh, the NX7. It's yeah, if you just go to diggintv.com and click on the shovels button, you can watch a whole video about it. It's called an NX7. Um, it's got it's like KG said, made in America. It's got two beer openers on it, motorcycle pegs. So when you get slippery, wet, rainy, mud situations, your foot doesn't just slide off the shovel like it does on a bunch of other ones. And it's got teeth on it, so you can just saw through roots and stuff. People buy them not just for metal detecting. We've actually had people buy them like gardeners and stuff
Yeah,
that.
I bet. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a solid shovel. I mean, you can just look at it and tell it's well made, and it's got a
Yeah,
lot of great things there too. So yeah, I mean, look, I like the design of that. I like those foot pedals being on the side of those shovels to really sort of help you in some of those cases too. And
yeah.
those have got some
Yeah.
grip to them too, so your feet don't slide off of them like some of the others I know that I've used. So yeah, that's a super nice shovel. And you got that for sale on the Diggin TV site or on the
Yeah,
Anaconda?
yeah, it both places it'll get you there. So yeah, if you just go to diggintv.com, you can find the links to everything on there.
Right. And a lot of people are saying great show. I mean, I've seen so many comments, and again, I can't thank you guys enough. It's just been a fantastic night, and I know that they enjoyed hearing the stories. We could probably stay on here for 3 or 4 hours, to be honest with
Oh,
you. Probably
three or
still not.
four weeks,
Yeah,
stupid.
we could still not cover
Yeah, easy.
all the great things. But I know you guys. Again, it's a Friday night. I know y'all got things to do too. But man, it was really great having you guys on, and I appreciate all your insights and just appreciate you guys in general too. And you know that very much, and we
Right.
thank
I
you.
know we're wrapping up, but I'm going to say one more thing in case people have questions about how we run the Vortex, our personal settings.
Yeah.
If you just the same website, you can watch our quick hitters, and there's a bunch of how-to videos, and all the machines we use, we tell you how we use them. It doesn't mean it's necessarily the right way, but our favorite settings are in there. So if you want to see them, you can go watch videos about it.
Okay, all right. Well, again, guys, check out Diggin TV. Great show, great videos, great everything. I mean, it is awesome. Um, Tim and KG do a fantastic job on that, and they're just wonderful ambassadors for the hobby. And again, I can't thank them enough for taking their time on a Friday night to be on here with us. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you being on here on a Friday night and hanging out with us. That just shows your dedication to the hobby. Please hit that like button before you leave. That helps out with our algorithm. So definitely do that before you leave. Check out all of our other content on Southern Relic Adventures. We've got some more great content coming. We've got some more great guests coming up. We are booked solid all the way through December on our live streams, and this live stream is going to be hard to beat, but we're going to have
Yeah.
some more people
It is.
on it. Yeah, just this live stream was awesome, and I know a lot of people got a lot
Thanks.
out of it, and they really enjoy being able to have those conversations and hearing some of those things that you guys had to share tonight with us on the show. So again, I can't thank you guys enough. But we're gonna get out of
Thanks.
here. You guys hang out for just 1 second. I promise I'll let you go real quick after we get off. But again, thank you guys so much. Thank you all for being here tonight. Go out there and find some amazing things. Enjoy the hobby, enjoy the community, love what you do, and we will catch you guys real soon on our next adventure. So take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. Go enjoy that time with your family and your friends. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Have a good one, guys. We will see you guys really soon. Take care.
Night, guys.